Hello friends, today we will learn SonarQube. SonarQube is an open source platform used to continuous inspection for your code quality. It performs automatically review of code to detect bugs, vulnerabilities and code smells. SonarQube also provides you a complete report of your test coverage and where you have not written tests. So overall it analyze and give you reports for your code quality. Some features like code analysis, providing metric reports. You can also integrate with the CI/CD pipeline. It support multiple language. So today we will not go to theory part, but directly we will learn to set up and how we can use SonarQube analysis in local code locally with .NET setup. So let's jump directly to the practical part. So go to the SonarQube site. So go to the documentation part. So it clearly says what it is, what can it provide, or more than 30 language. So you can see how big platform is this. So let's start with SonarQube today. So I'm going to set up SonarQube locally. So what the best part is to you should try to SonarQube setup in Docker rather than local, so that it will easily you can easily relate with your production pipelines whenever you will learn and you will build your code through the CI/CD pipeline. So you will follow the same step what I'm going to follow in this video. So let's see my Docker, where is Docker? Okay, so this is my Docker hub, Docker desktop. It's completely empty at the moment. So we are going to start from this SonarQube server. We need to set up for SonarQube server. It will be we will download Docker image and copy that. We will run locally. So I just ran the command docker run. It is unable to find locally and it will start downloading from the Docker hub. So my image will be downloaded and it will start Docker server. It is still downloading. It can take few minutes. Once it is downloaded and started, it will start running on port 9000. So make sure whenever you are trying to set up Docker's SonarQube server, your port should be ready and it should not be in use already. So it is completed. We'll see Docker now. So Docker SonarQube, you can see it is in use, but it can take some time to start. So we will analyze it. It's not started yet. Oh, this was image, sorry. So it's container, so it's running and up. So you can see CPU usage is still 0%. It means it is still not started. It can take few minutes to set up. So you can see the logs here. It's running in the background to set up, and you can see port 9000. You can access via port 9000. So we will see how it is ready or not. We will open local 9000 port. Local 9000. So it's still starting. It's still not set up. It's still running. It's set up. Will take few minutes to start. Just wait and see. In the meantime, we will see this. Try this. So even you can download in local as well. There are two options. You can download zip and install in your local system, but I will suggest always try to use Docker, so that you can anytime you can replace or remove. It's easy. Once it is set up, you can see login localhost 9000 and password will be admin and admin, right? Let's see, still maintenance is going on. Okay, setup is done. So we will use admin password. On the first attempt it will ask you to change password, so I will change password. So this is a SonarQube dashboard. So if you have some projects, you can import here, but I will suggest do not import any project, because whenever you will first time run your SonarQube scan, it will automatically create your project with the same rules what it is having, and you can easily change this rule. It's open source, and for example, it has few rules. Whenever your code will scan against this rule, it will show you the error, right? So software quality, you can see how many rules it has: reliability, maintainability, and if you want to see the Java C sharp, there is a certain type of rules. So at the moment we do not have project, but we'll start by creating a .NET project, and we will see what happens. So I'm opening a .NET project. We'll create a new project. I will see a new folder. So I will give Sonar demo. Oops, I think I give solution name Sonar demo, but not the project name. So I am giving this. I'm using .NET 8.0, and let's start our console application. So my console application is ready. I will create some test code to test with SonarQube. So I'm adding one class. Let's say a simple maths operation I will create. I need to write some code before going to SonarQube. So we'll main public integer. Suppose I'm creating add function int a, one another public and one more function for multiply. It's return. All good. So I have basically three functions, and if you want I can add one more function, public int divide, because I need complete testing for that. So uh, it's better to write few functions so that I can give you a complete understanding what it is scanning and what it is not. I will throw a new exception. Cannot. My exception will be divide by 0. Cannot divide by 0. All good. So I have all the functions now. My class is ready, right? So what I need now, I need to suppose this is my solution complete project, right? I have added one class and I want to scan with the SonarQube. Let's see. But before that, we need to create a Docker file. For that, I need to open the solution in Visual Studio Code for better visibility. Here is my Visual Studio Code, and I want to create one Docker file. So Docker file we can directly create in solution. For that, you need to follow the same structure what I have shown you from my last video. It's easy if you will see my last video for docker.net. So I will say I'm using microsoft.com. Base image will be a .NET SDK 8.0 as build. I'm setting working directory app. I will copy. What should I copy? I need to copy my solution file sonardemo.sln to root, right? I'm just trying to copy each and every thing from my project to Docker so that I can build. Now I need to copy sonardemo slash sonardemo.cs project. or what I can copy each and every CS project. It's better to dot sonar demo, right? So my test project and solution is copied. Now I will run command run .net restore. Okay, now everything is, I will copy everything to root folder app. Now I will see for for running docker for running Docker, we need to install uh, .NET tools. I will see .NET tools for Sonar Scanner. So you need to install .NET tools, because otherwise you cannot run your commands as you want with the .NET tools. So we will see now, right? Okay, so for installing .NET tool, we will run command .NET tool install. We'll say globally .NET Sonar Scanner, right? So after installing this tool, we will be able to run command like .NET Sonar Scan begin. So if you are running locally, not in Docker, then you can install this in PowerShell and you are in default Windows. But here I need to set up the path variable as well, because otherwise we will not able to find the Sonar Scanner tool, right? So for that we need to set environment path. What's like, it's a default path, and should be in root level .NET, sorry, .NET and tools, right? So I have set up my Sonar Scanner tool and its default path, right? So what's the next statement? Now the next statement will be my .NET project build, and see .NET build, type release, right? And that's it. Okay, the final image, we need to create final Microsoft image. Now we will write this simple for publish our image. We are not using SDK. Copy all build. Okay, fine. If you want to run, if you have some suppose web application and you want to run your project, then you must have the entry point. But I have here I have just console application, so I don't need, I am just giving you the demo of how Sonar Scanner is working, right? So here's my temporary Docker file. I do not have entry point because I'm not using this any web application, right? So what's happening now? What Sonar Scanner is needed? Sonar Scan needed .NET build statement. Actually, Sonar Scan will analyze what's the warnings, what's the output is there after while we are building our project. So the you need to start here. You need to start Sonar Scan, and after your build and test, end the Sonar Scan. Your step should be this: your complete Docker file should be as it is, but before build and test you need to begin the Sonar Scanner, and you need to end the Sonar Scan after the build and test. So I will write how to start Sonar Scan. So it is simple command .NET Sonar Scanner begin. Okay, I'll add here new line and will pass some parameter. I need to pass parameter key. is a shortcut by key. Key means what's your project name. My project, suppose this is my project name and I want to have my project key is maths operation. This is my project key, and I also need some .sonar scanner login, username and password information, but these days it's working with the token, right? So let's start here. Sonar token. I'll show you how Sonar token will generate in a moment, but let's complete this Docker file before. Now also I need a host name, sonar.host, your Sonar server, and that's it. You don't need anything, so it's there, right? And when you will Sonar end, you just need to write Sonar end statement, and we will see run.net sonar scanner end, and again it requires some parameters. I will give sonar.token. Again it need a sonar token, right? I need to have a column. Okay, so if we are here, so you go to the add my account, and under security you can generate a token which is valid for, it's up to you. And I'm giving test sonar token, its name, it's my user token. I'll make it expire in 30 days. It's generated. Okay, I'm copying this, so I will use my sonar token here. Right now I need sonar URL name. You remember my URL is localhost 9000 port, but we are running it locally and we need a URL of inside the Docker. So what's that? How we can write the localhost URL from the Docker? So Docker is saying http host.docker.internal, because we are running internally, so we will use that URL as a Docker sonar host. Now we will try to run this. We will see docker build /t my math operations app, and this. Let's see what happens. Let's start building. Okay, there is some problems. App sonar demo is not found solution file. So there is some problem here. We will see sonar demo is there. Sonar demo is there. .cs project file. It should find. I think there is a this slash path missing. We need to create folder and then try to restore. Okay, another error. Run.net scan begin this token hostname this could not execute because specific command file was not found. What I'm thinking, I have missed the root path here in while setting the environment variable for tools. Alright, it's building now. It's analyzing your code now. I mean, after this step is running, you see the here is uh, build commands are running. Sonar scanner is running in the background, and see, this is logs are coming for sonar scan. Actually, it writes all the logs and all the information after this step. .NET sonar scanner end. Cool, it's completed. So it says it's all completed. Sonar scan, we begin the sonar scan, we .NET build the project, and we end the sonar scanner. Now we will see the output. It can take few minutes to share the output. So you see, we was not having any project, but now we have maths operation which we recently created. So here is the project key, it created that project. And see now what's happened. It's showing like 0% code coverage. We do not have code coverage, correct. And it's showing like maintainability issues are 8 and security issues are 2, right? We will see what's the issue now. To open issue, we can click there. So what's saying? All right, it's saying like you make sure SonarQube token gets revoked, changed, and removed from the code. So it's a great review, right? So you cannot hard code your token or password uh, in your code. So what's happening now? What should we do? Because we need this token in our code, right? What's other issues? We will see here 3 security hotspot, like copying all the files, sensitive data, and okay, so all the changes, all the reviews are related to Docker file, right? But there is also some maintainability issue, like it's saying uh, member add does not have access instance data, so you can mark as a static. This is maintainability issue. Similar, like it says like you can mark it static method, but the major problem is security one, right? We do not want to see that issue. So what we will do, we will not scan actually Docker file, because our project is based on C sharp and Docker file is just a configuration file. So we need to exclude Docker file from our code analysis part. So what we can do, we can pass extra parameter here, which will do sonar exclusions, right? So if you want some file should not review, so you can add here in exclusion, right? So if you have multiple files, you can add with comma. So suppose I want program.cs should not scan. So even you can give the folder name. If you have some static folder, you can give the folder name. It will not scan the whatever it has here with the comma separated. So now we will scan again. It will take few minutes. Okay, there is some I always forget this column while sending parameters in Docker. Again, something is missing. What's missing now? It's showing Docker file number line number 18, exclusions. Let's try without this. Oh, I think after double star we need to have one backslash to make sure like it's treated as a path, not the complete format. Is it this space creating problem? Let's try. Otherwise I will just exclude. Yes, makes sense. It is not expecting any white space in command. So make sure if you have you can we can write this without this inverted commas. It's building, and we will see the output soon. Okay, final step, .NET end. So when our project is building, it's collecting the information, and when we are doing the sonar scanner end, it's collecting all the information and processing under its server and sharing the result. Cool, it's done. So I was saying, like, if you have any space, without any space you can pass without double quotes, but if you have space there, you must need to handle that space. It's not expecting white space in command parameter. So now we will see overview. You see the security issue is done, our code is passed. However, maintainability issues are still there. It's not as critical as security and reliability. And if you want to have some coverage, you should add the code coverage to it. So you see there are 6 lines in math operation. It's expecting like you should not covered by test, not covered by test. So we will now see how we can process code coverage as well. Overall code looks good, but without code coverage. Let's start doing the code coverage now. So for code coverage, we need to create a test project, and for that we will open our Visual Studio, because I feel like it's easy to add testing here. New project. I will add XUnit project. Tests. Okay, I need to write some test. I need to install dependencies. So this whole video is totally practical based. I'm not covering any theory part here. So if you need to understand more, you should try to spend time on SonarQube scanner website. So I'm using Sonar demo. I'll create a make sure I can initialize my class so that each test can use. Sorry for misspell. I can create add. Okay, let's see. That is supposed for B5. C should be a 9. Now where result is equal to 8A and B. So, so it should be a C. So this is my add. I'll copy the same name. Subtract and multiplication. So it's really good to see like your test coverage. So I'm writing only 3 tests at the moment, and I'm not writing divide test, so that I need to understand how my report is working actually. 9 and 5. Sorry. Right, so I have written, and for that, what I need to do for sonar scan, so I need a package like coverlet code collector. So apart from that, I need also need a coverlet ms build, so that I need one another package. So what coverlet collector is doing, it's basically collecting your test coverage. Coverlet.ms build, yeah, I need two packages. All good. So now I have two packages, collector and collector ms build. So what's happening now, my when I will run these tests, my code coverage will be collected. So I have ready, I will go again in my test project. Here my tests are ready in this, and in docker file I need to write commands for testing as well, because my project is building. So what I will do, after build I will run .NET .NET test with few parameters. Parameters will be p collect coverage should be true, and another parameter is coverlet output format. Open cover. So whenever my test will run, it will start the collect coverage for testing and code, and the format will be an open cover, right? There is another format sometime like cobertura, so you can also use that, but I'm using open cover. I'm a lot more confident in that. So what's happening now, my .NET tests are running, it's generating the code coverage output, but my sonar scanner needs to read that, otherwise it will not recognize my testing coverage. So I need another parameter here for docker sonar cs open cover dot report path. So my report paths, so double star is for all the directory, coverage dot open cover dot xml. So this is the file path name. When you will need to have your code coverage, this file will be generated with the coverage. So now our .NET scanner, sonar scanner will read this path, this file, and will generate our output for the testing coverage. Let's see what's happening. All right, there is some problem. Okay, we have not copied the test project, so we need to copy sonar demo. It's in tests. Again, now I'm copying a testing project into my test folder. Okay, it started. It can take some time, and we need to wait for that. It's running now. Okay, it took few minutes, but it's completed. Now we will see the output. This was the you see the 52% coverage is coming now. So our class, our solution has some coverage but not 100%, right? So it's saying like this huge divide function is not having any uncovered code. So if we will cover this with the testing, it will completely gone. So ideal solution for project, like it should be at least 90% code coverage for any solution. It's 52% at the moment, and we can cover this as well with adding one more test. Let's try to add that. Right, I have added these two tests for divide operation and some with the exception. Right, I'll see now again running. It can take few minutes. I'll be back in few minutes. It's still running. It's 52% now. We want to see the output after these two tests. All good. It seems it's completed. The result is not updated yet. It can take some time. See, the coverage is now 100%. So this is the quality, like this is the quality of SonarQube. It gives you warning, it gives you the analysis, it gives you the complete report, and you don't need to be you don't need any extra setting. You just need to have SonarQube server setup and few commands to integrate your SonarQube with your local uh, code file. So it's very easy to set up this SonarQube in CI/CD pipeline. So in you can see GitHub integration is really very easy. If you have GitHub, here all the steps are given, like how you can register GitHub app for SonarQube server. And whenever I'm using this SonarQube in my pull request actually, so whenever we are creating a pull request, so I have their mandatory check, like whenever my pull request is generated, it automatically scan my new code. So it gives you the warnings, the error, whatever you are injecting in new codes, and based on that your pull request can be passed or failed. It is the first check in every pull request where I'm working. So it's very good tool. You should use that tool, and you should try. If you do not have the CI/CD pipeline integrated, so I will suggest, like whenever you are writing some code or creating PR from locally, you can scan your local system, and you can share the result with your pull request. So that's it from my side. I will update you the link of my repository so you can download and see the code. And thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you see this video informative. Thank you.